Hello and welcome. I'm here today to tell you about a story of a family who owned a donut shop. The mystery of the stolen donuts. It was just an ordinary morning. The Johnsons were heading over to open the donut shop for the day. They've had the shop for 10 years and the business was great. People loved their donuts and were continuously coming back for more. But in the recent year, the owners started to notice that their donuts were going missing. They would come in one morning and they would be gone. And they couldn't figure out why, because this had never happened before. Why could it be happening? They had some suspects in mind. Who could they be? Number 1. A girl who worked the night shifts. She worked through the nights and was in charge of locking up the door before she left. It would make sense if she were to sneak some of the donuts. She could have been hungry, and I couldn't blame her. I would be too if I worked that late. Anyway, she cannot be blamed for the incident quite yet. There are some others that can be culprits too. Number 2. The maintenance man. Whenever there was a problem with the machines, the owners would call the maintenance man. Well, of course they're going to call the maintenance man. Who else would they call? He would show up for the job, and they would leave him alone, so he could get the job done efficiently. But when there's no one around, it is a clear getaway to grab some donuts. The question is, wouldn't have someone noticed that he was taking the donuts? There are 2 big windows in front of the store. Someone would have called the cops if he was stealing. Number 3. The morning baker. Every morning, before the owners came to open up the shop, the morning baker would begin his work of making donuts for when the shop opened and the customers came in. And they were really great donuts because people kept on coming back for more. They were his family's secret recipes. But he also began to notice that his donuts were going missing. As a baker, he would have to go back and forth between the kitchen and the shop front. And for some reason, whenever he went back to the shop front, the donuts were disappearing. And he didn't know why or what to do. He had to make sure the donuts were ready for the customers to purchase. And so he would have to make a lot more donuts than he intended because they kept on going missing. But when the owners saw that the donuts were going missing, they blamed him for it. They have a lot to think about. There are 3 people who are suspects. Okay, now let's recap. The Johnson family owned a donut shop. They had it for 10 years, and the business was great. But then, they started to realize that their donuts were going missing, and they had no idea why, because it never happened before. They had some suspects in mind. The girl who worked the night shift, the maintenance man, and the morning baker. Who do you think it could be?